those impact players for Northwestern. The quarterback, Ryan Helinski, he will fake a handoff, roll right to throw it. This is after a 35-yard missed field goal.
In turnovers, it is tough to win that way.
Second down throw, and down the seam, a little bit of Texas. And Northwestern on the move. Helinski on the play fake, deep downfield and incomplete.
After play, well, if you throw the ball that many times, you get worn down as well.
And they're going to run it here, a little bit of a crease. Evan Hall, 7 penalties per game, over 68 penalty yards per game for Wisconsin. Running play, and not much room to run.
You have to be downhill, you have to be physical.
John Torchio, the other safety, along with Latu. High standard, he did the things that I want to do. Now on third down, and a bullet. It's a handoff, and struggling up to the 20.
For Porter, then Hole.
Porter has come back this year and had plenty of opportunity. 55 carries in the first 5 games. A throw. Mullins is out, we were told. We were told this week he may not be able to be available, and he is not available. Well, Brock Northwestern needed it. Helinski needed it. He was 1 of 5 before that completion. Fakes it to Hull and out to Navarro on the left side. And it's corner on the tackle for Wisconsin. Jay Shaw, a transfer from UCLA. Today's his 49th game between his. And that moved Northwestern back 2 yards on the play in the backfield by Torchio. Now here's Helinski stepping up very quickly. Now for the first time this year, Brendan Sullivan is in at quarterback. Helinski's out, Sullivan's in, and a design. Well, Mike Bajaki, the offensive coordinator, yesterday told us they love the empty backfield because it puts Evan Hall in space. Muba Jongmeta stepped up as if he were going to blitz, but he'll drop back in coverage. And Sullivan is under a lot of heat, and he flips the ball at the left.
Well, this is what happens when a young quarterback gets in, or an inexperienced one. You blitz them. And this is not going to be the only blitz. Every third down from here on out with Sullivan back there, I can all but guarantee you they are going to get.
Sullivan, second series that he's played, first time to take the field, and he is able to run out of a tackle.
The outside linebackers coach is the contingency plan as the next man up in terms of defensive play calling.
I do wonder how they make adjustments throughout this game.
Defense has made some plays. Can they make one on third down? Here comes Jongmeta with pressure. Sullivan got the
trying to keep the cornerback off you. Look over here to your right. He keeps swiping at him and swiping at him and swiping at him.
For the Wildcats. Evan Hall looking for room. There is no in an empty backfield. Sullivan throwing and caught by Malik. Under 6 minutes to play in the first half. And here comes pressure, and Sullivan's blasted as he throws.
He has looked all year.
And whoa, Ryan Helinski's in big trouble. He just returned to the game. And
see Brendan Sullivan in the second half, but asking him to run the 2-minute may be too much.
That was a 5-yard gain as Helinski alertly got it away, and he sprints to the right and he throws. Washington was a first down for Northwestern, and the Wildcats from their own 42. And Helinski with a lot of time. Now finally the pocket collapses.
Northwestern quarterbacks under all year.
Rodas Johnson and James Thompson provided that pressure. And more pressure's coming. Again, it's Johnson. They set up the screen, though, for Evan Hall. And Hall through space has a first down and a lot more. And the biggest moment of the day for Northwestern.
Again, they need to start feeding that man. Hopefully they keep riding the hot hand.
That went for 44 yards. There's still a lot of time for Northwestern and a lot of time here to throw the ball. Northwestern has had this year was the 47-yard touchdown pass last week to Jacob Gill against Penn State. And it's Helinski to Raymond Nairo, and Nairo reaching 3rd and 1 for the 4 in the last 30 seconds of the half. Northwestern with signs of life, and the fade left of the first half. Motion for Donnie Navarro, and Helinski to Evan Hall, and Hall will go low man. 15 seconds left in the half and 1 timeout. First and goal from the 3. Well, he's wide open the middle there for Helinski, but he opts to roll and then throws back across the middle of the field. It's
Clock there stretching that play out.
Yeah, 10 seconds go off the clock, down to 6 seconds left. A quick roll and throw. Helinski looking right there.
I knew he was going to the NFL after that game.
So what you're telling me is, let's see this first down play for Evan Hall, a run outside and a pickup first play of the third quarter. Remember, Northwestern missed a chip shot field goal at the end of the first half. Jack Olson, and here's a bomb down the...
They love him and they wish the best for him, as do we.
Returning to play now, and Malik Washington comes back to the ball. He's wrestled down in a flat...
No. Can't do that, Coach.
Watsu had an interception in the first half. There, an unnecessary roughness penalty and a back...
Offensive coordinator said he's just been a little banged up.
And after the 35-yard pass, here's an inside.
Being right where you need to be when he expects you to be there, like you saw on that back shoulder.
Northwestern in the red zone. Play fake to Hall. Pass complete for Northwestern. And Hall is hit hard. Tatum grasps part of that on the ground.
There's just nowhere to go. Look at this penetration by this Wisconsin defense. He tries to cut back off the shoulder of his tight end, Charlie.
3% on fourth downs. They're going for it on 4th and 3. A quick roll and an interception. Jumping the route is Kamoyi Latu with his second interception. Walk on, now on scholarship perspective in a moment. Helinski out, big hit on the last interception. And here's a keeper, and it's Brendan Sullivan. They treated them fairly, but you get here and you get a true appreciation for how big of a culture it is and how long that...
Safety, so who better to learn from, who better to break down film with, and this system is a safety-friendly system.
Here comes pressure from James Thompson. They go with the screen, Cam Porter, and Cam Porter has a first down for North.
Up there with anyone.
Quarterback keeper here for Sullivan, a little spin move.
Move there to get some extra yards.
He's looked more comfortable here playing in the third quarter after his first game action in the first half. Man, Cam.
Those corners are going to have, those hitches will be there all day.
That was the first catch of the year for Jensen Hooper Price from St. John High School in Houston. And here's pressure, Nick Herbig, and a forced fumble.
I'm getting another one when this game's over, I promise you.
Northwestern backed up at the 5-yard line for the first time today. And
Cole in regards to catching the football.
Kurtz in motion. And Claire's hands will be put to use, just taking. Play fake this time to Claire. Oh, and heavy pressure, and Sullivan able to get it away. And Jake.
It still had some zip on it. Some arm strength for you.
And Sullivan will drop back and run. Marker down.
You got to block him high.
The Sullivan's keeper will stand, and then he throws quickly.
Force than Toller did.
So from the 31, Toller will stay in the game. Northwestern with Brendan Sullivan directing traffic as he leaves the pocket. Donnie Navarro in motion. 3rd and 6. There's protection this time, and it's a lift from gaining any ground after the catch, leaving Northwestern with 4th down and 4. Cheney chasing Sullivan, throws back across the grain, I would say at this point.
The only team who was at the bottom of the standings was Wisconsin, and this is the best, one of the best performances we've seen from a West team so far.
Bryce Kurtz in motion. Sullivan was able to avoid pressure from C.J. Getz on the...
Minnesota, Wisconsin favored coming in after week 1. Things got shaken up. Well, now we got to shake things up again.
And here is Donnie Navarro. Goes up to bring that pass in. Navarro, great concentration. And here is a stand back and let her rip throw by Brendan Sullivan. And now on 1st and goal. Sprints out, looking for the edge. Oh, and he fights off attack in the first half. And then the injury to Ryan Helinski has necessitated his play here in the second half. Sullivan. And he's hit by Nick Herbig in the 3 on 3rd and goal. A look to the left, a look to the right, going through all his progressions, and his decision is to run, and Sullivan stood up at the 1-yard line. But for Wisconsin's defense, he has been active and productive today. On 4th and goal at the 1, Sullivan. He throws it, and it is caught.
Right on the right side. He's pretending to block, and then you see number 98 slip out there. He's not there. Sullivan takes a step back. He says, I got to get rid of this football.
Badger defense has also been very good today as well, quite obviously. And here is Tyus with the run.
Corrections. Get ready for next week.
Remember that Ryan Helinski was knocked out of the game in the third quarter. Brendan Sullivan played some of the first half and then had played since Helinski had been forced out of the game. But Richardson hit Jimray DK.
Goodness.
That's a put your foot in the ground and make a move run by Anthony.
Be happy with your effort also.
That was to analogize it to basketball, an ankle-breaking crossover.
Yes. Struggling, and now you're taking less of a role defensively. That's kind of scary as well for Coach Leonard. They got it done.
No, and here is Richardson.
Michigan State didn't take that opportunity today versus Ohio State. Wisconsin needs to make sure it's not them who falls to Michigan State.